Hello, welcome again to Lunch with Lee. Today we're doing another continuation of the last two, which is why do we have so many 5-star reviews? And this is happening because customers often ask us because they think it's weird that everybody else has a couple hundred reviews at best, and we have over 1,000. When you consider Beaumont, our locations in Houston, and why. And we've gone over first is, it's our people. They're just better. And some of the processes. The second one, if I remember correctly, and I should have it written down, but I don't, is we ask. We just ask for reviews. We have systems in place to automatically ask whether a customer's happy or not so that our reviews online are actually true. Today, we're going to go over, and this may be the last one, and maybe I come up with something else, but we do the things behind the scenes that sets us up to win. Like, we actually have insurance. And everybody else kind of laughs like, of course you have insurance. But the reality is if you actually check, most companies don't. And even if they do, what is the definition of insurance? Because there's car insurance, then there's commercial car insurance, is what you should have if you have a company. There's general liability, and there's general liability with a low minimum, or, we get into like $5 million umbrella policies for companies like ours, but do you have general liability? There's workers' comp, which may be the most important one, but also the one that's least available. So most companies don't have that, or they may have a private alternative, which there are some other insurances. The problem with that is, if someone really gets hurt, it limits their coverage. So anything above that, the homeowner can be sued as well. So it's really important that they have general liability insurance. We have errors and omissions insurance so that if one of our guys misses something, just like a lawyer or a doctor or anything else, it's covered too. But my whole point is, if you ask other companies, and we actually do secret shopping, so we actually know in our market, especially, and I would go any market, do you have insurance? The answer is always yes. If you ask for proof, often, and this is my experience, they'll say, oh, we'll show you proof when we get there. Meaning they probably don't. Or they have a car insurance for their own personal car, and they're calling that insurance, but double check. Another thing we do that's different, and it's on the back end, no one sees it, although we talk about it some, is when you get hired here, number one, you have a week with me where we do basic training. And then in order for you to become not a trainee, you have to get your certification. So every full-time employee who's not a trainee has a certification. And this is either through the CSIA or the NCSG. There's NFI certifications. There's all these certifications, but you have to have one to be a full-time employee here, to be called an employee. Otherwise, you're a trainee. Now, other companies often will say, yes, I'm certified. There's an in-house certification program. So this is another one of those things. When you call in and ask, do you have a certified, are your technician certified, or is your company certified, which doesn't exist? No such thing as a certified chimney company. It's always individuals. But they're going to say yes, because the definition of what certified means is not consistent. So, and is the person coming to my house certified? So they have in-house certification programs. They can be certified in something other than chimney. I've seen that a bunch too. You're HVAC certified, you're this certified, I'm a certified plumber, I'm a whatever. And some of those companies don't have, they have licenses in those industry. So you have to be licensed as a company, and your employees have to have the correct certification under that license. But in the chimney industry, there's none of that. So I've said it many, many times on videos. If you have a vehicle, a brush, and a vacuum, you're in the business. You don't have to know what you're doing at all. And there's a very, very low chance that if you call someone, they're going to say, hey, we really don't know what we're doing, but we're cheap. That generally doesn't happen. So be very careful. Watch your six when it comes to, are these people do they know what they're doing? So make sure that the company that's coming out has proper insurance. Very, very important. You don't want someone getting hurt on your job site and suing you. Do their people actually have certifications from the correct organizations? CSIA, NCSG, there's good and bad about every organization. NFI, we have that gas certification. What's do they have it? Because they're going to say yes and they don't. They're going to say they have insurance and they don't. Quite often, their employees aren't even their employees, they're subs. So that they don't have to pay for Social Security, you don't have to pay for Medicare, you don't have to pay for insurance, you don't have to pay for any of that stuff. And that's why they can be cheaper. So part of the reason we get so many 5-star reviews is we've done the work on the backside to have properly trained employees. We have vehicles that are fully wrapped and that can actually make it to your job site without breaking down. We do the maintenance on those vehicles. You know, we train our people constantly. We train every day. Often, and my employees complain about this, but every morning we do a little bit of training. That's just important to me. And my employees get a little bit of training every morning, and it adds up over time. So that's how we get 5-star reviews. It's about putting the work in ahead of time, making sure your people are taken care of, making sure that they're properly trained, make sure they're certified, which is, once again, not required, but in our company, it is. It's just the way we roll. So that's it for today. Please like it, share it. If you're a company that is having trouble getting reviews, message me. I can help you. But for the most part, this is for homeowners. Ask the correct questions. If you're not 100% sure, schedule a virtual appointment. You'll talk either directly to me or one of my people, and we can walk you through, is the company you're using good or bad? And if they're better for you than us, meaning you have different requirements than we can provide, we'll tell you to go to them. So that's it for today. Please like it, share it. We want to help as many people as possible and make sure that people don't get taken advantage of by companies that are not real companies, really. All right. Thanks. And I'll see you.